I'm tired of this, Grandpa. And that's too dang bad. It's day 13 of 30 of a 30-day challenge that I created for myself to start this YouTube channel and post consistently. I'm posting every day for 30 days and I am tired. I'm tired of it. I realize that I am not a quantity person. I'm a quality person. Doing anything a lot is not, it's not my forte. But I'm going to finish out this challenge because I'm building confidence in myself, and I am literally feeling that confidence building every day that I show up here. And because I said I was going to do it, so I'm doing it. If you don't know who I am, you probably don't. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia L. Watson. I make faith-based videos here on YouTube. I started this channel as an assignment from God. I procrastinated in doing it for over a year and a half. And I'm just here making these videos as bare bones as possible just to get them out of my head and into the world. And that's what I've been doing. And I'm going to keep doing it until this 30 days is over. And then after that, we'll see. But I will still be here and I will still be showing up. What I want to talk about today is you. I don't want to talk about me today. I want to talk about you and why you're not doing it. Why aren't you using what's in your hand? Why aren't you using what's in your hand? What do I mean by that? Each one of us has a unique set of skills that allows us to do the things that we are desiring to do, called to do, know that we can do. But somewhere inside of us, there's some kind of imposter syndrome that says that we need to study more, we need to learn more, we need to plan more, we need to get a coach, we need to get a mentor, we need to do all the things that look like progress but are not progress. And I'm here to tell you, you might not need what you think you need. Like, all I need right now to be sitting here talking to you and you watching it is this tripod and a phone. And it's not even a 16, it's a 14. And I don't even have a microphone. I have a ring light, but it's like right here. And it's not like a magnificent setup. It's just what I had to use for tonight because it's nighttime again and I'm recording this late. But maybe that's all you need. You might not need to start a YouTube channel, but you might be overlooking some of the things that God has given you to get started, to do the things that He's told you to do the things that you want to do, that you dream of doing, that you have in your heart of hearts, that you secretly wish that you could do when you're watching other people do it and you think you need more than you have to start. You may not. What I want you to do is to assess what you actually do have, because if you use what you have, you may do exactly what you need to do in the way that you need to do it, exactly how you need to do it. I say that to say sometimes when we want to start something, when we endeavor to start something, our focus is starting it and doing it right, doing it well and making it a success, because who wants to start something and fail? That's why we have a fear of failure sometimes. It's because you have hope and you put your hope in starting something and then you start it and it doesn't do what you want it to do. And that's a dreadful thing, right? And so that helps us to, or that makes us want to not start until we are fully prepared, or what we believe is fully prepared. We gather all the research to ourselves and all of the recommendations from the experts or whatever that make us feel secure enough to start, because we think that that is what will guard us against the failure. But who said that what you're supposed to do has to be a success? Who says that what success looks like is what other people say success looks like for you? Maybe you're to start this thing as a catalyst to get to the next thing. Maybe you're to do this thing as an inspiration and motivation, or an opportunity for someone else to see you do it, be a part of it, experience it. Like, who's to say what success looks like if you just do the thing, if you just say yes, and if you just act and move? I'm sorry, I forgot I'm on camera and I can't edit. I'm not editing. If you take an assessment, right, and see what it is that you have already in your hands, you may find that you don't need the things that you think you need. For instance, I am a videographer, photographer. I'm a storyteller. And I love creating videos that are feeling immersive, like things that you can feel, experience, enjoy, right? A part of the way that I do that is by creating a soundtrack that I put together myself. Well, how do I know how to put it together myself? Because when I was in a college, because I didn't have the gymnastics skill set to be a cheerleader at my D1 school, I joined a hip hop dance team because I love dancing. I love hip hop music, and it had just the right amount of like stiffness and sharp motions and everything to be something that I could do and do well, and I enjoyed it. As a part of that team, I became the captain of the team. As a captain of the team, I would choreograph. And as the choreographer, I would put together the music. And so I would sit with a producer that we paid out of our funds to put together our musical soundtrack to our dance performances. And I would literally tell him where to cut, what to put here, what to put there, what to drop, what to bring up, how to add the sound effects to give the emotion, the feel that I wanted to have that's going to hit just right when we hit this motion, when we do this and that, to add our little snippets of comedic timing and jokes and things in there. Like, I was really in there composing a song basically from all these different elements. And he was just pressing the buttons and collaborating with me, right? And how do I know how to do that? Well, I was musically inclined because I played violin from 5th grade until 11th grade. And so I knew how to read music. I knew music theory. I knew how to compose it, or how a well composed piece of music sounded, because I've been playing for so long, right? And just a natural skill set, just knowing what I've already experienced and seen and felt, what it should feel like, what that made me feel, and how to incorporate it into my own music. It's what helped me to create the videos and masterpieces that I create for myself and for my clients, because I know how to do that from the skill sets I developed from the experiences that I had. Now, if I might have listened to someone else, I may not have tried to do that on my own. I may not have used that skill set that I had, because it might have felt like I needed to have different professionals for every section of production that I was doing. But this is something that I can do, something that I enjoy doing, because I've already had experience with that. I don't need to wait on someone else or wait till I have the funds to hire someone else, because it's a skill set that I possess, right? The things that you've experienced, the things that you've done can come together and work all together for the thing that you have to do in the future. I had no idea when I was playing violin that it would help me in my dance team. And when I got to school, I wasn't even thinking about dancing. I was going to be a cheerleader. I have a cheerleader Barbie upstairs. That was going to be me. And it wasn't me. And so I didn't know that the skill set that I developed in cutting together music would help me in my endeavors as a videographer, filmmaker, cinematographer, whatever name you want to call it. But it all works together, right? And so there's something that you've done that can work together to help make the thing that you're planning to do, that you want to do, that you dream of doing, uniquely yours. And I need you to assess that. I need you to figure that out. Because what it should look like may not be what it needs to look like. Another instance is that when my friends, way back when, were getting married, another friend and I had been stage managers for a play production company. We would do all of the planning, the calling of the show, the call sheets, the timing of everything. We'd be like, again, conductors and composers, or not composers, but conductors behind the scene, making sure the show flowed smoothly. And one thing that I realized that I didn't even pick up on is that my friend took that skill set that we both possessed, because she trained me in that organization, and we applied it to this wedding, and it ran so smoothly because we had a skill set that was planning and organization. It was project management. Even though this was a play and this is a wedding, the skill set still applied. So what skill set do you have that applies to what you have to do? And why don't you just apply it? It might not be right. It may not be perfect, but will it get the job done? Sure. And if it gets the job done and it gets it done well and it's uniquely yours, you may have figured out something else that someone else might need. You may need to train somebody else in your method of doing it. Maybe you need to come along and shake up the industry a little bit. Because sometimes when you're untrained in something, you have the ability to see past the way that we've always done it to see a more efficient and effective way to get something done. But if you never try it, you wait around for the experts to tell you, or the people who have always done it this way to tell you how to do it. No innovation can come from that. You might be successful, but you don't get to innovate. You don't get to try and do it more efficiently or better or in your special way. So then why not try it? Like, try it your way. What else might be in your hands? There might be something that's not in your hands that you don't need. Like I said, I have cameras, I have lighting, I have microphones, I have everything I need to make this look a certain way, like your favorite YouTuber if I wanted to. But I don't necessarily need it to do what I've been told to do. Can I improve over time? Yes. Will I improve over time? Yes. But if I'm waiting for it to be perfect, then it won't happen. And that part is the unacceptable part, because God doesn't call us to perfection. He just calls us to obedience. He calls us to say yes and to just do it, to listen to him and let us be guided by the way that he says to do it and what he says to do. I want things to be excellent, but as my friend put it in the comments the other day, it doesn't even have to be excellent. Who told me even that? It's still like me trying to make it depend on my standard of excellence, when me just showing up in this way might be all that he intends. I just want to give my yes, right? And I just want you to give your yes. I just want you to use what's in your hand. Use your voice. Use your your loving and nurturing nature to do what you need to do. If you've worked with children all your life and you've been called to, start a YouTube channel that is for like kids education, then why not do it? Because you don't have the technical skills. Well, you can find someone with the technical skills, or you can just set up a camera and talk, because the content is what matters, right? And I'm always bringing it back to YouTube because that's where I am, but I don't know what you've been called to do. If it's something that is an actual do, if it's something that it means just to be, like, if you're just supposed to be a person that is more confident, a person that is like working a 9-to-5, a person that's a parent of a certain type, like, you might need to just lean into what you know to do and do the opposite of what you've been taught to do. Like, that might be a call. That might be an assignment. It seems small. It seems big. Whatever it seems, if it's an assignment, we just need to do it. And yeah, just do it. I think that's all I have. I could talk more. I had a client meeting today, and I'm really full and I'm really happy from that meeting, because I love the people that I work with, and I love how brilliant they are and how full of just life and ideas and hope and optimism for the changes that they want to bring to the world. And the way that I get to encourage and show up in my meetings and in my interactions with my clients is just something that fills me up, because like, low key, I want to be a therapist in my second act at some point. So like, maybe in the next 10 years, I'll figure that out. But there's just something about the human interaction and encouraging one another and cheering one another on to do just good things in the world, like connect us all together and bring about change and improve someone else's lives. That fills me up. It just, so good. So I wanted to just make this message for you today along those same lines, along that vein, to just be encouragement to use what's in your hands. I know you've heard it before. A good biblical place to start is with Moses. That's probably where you've heard it before. I've talked about Gideon. We can talk about Gideon again. That's another person who used what was in his hands. And we can also say Mary. Like, she didn't use what was in her hands, but she had faith, and she accepted her assignment off the bat. Like, she didn't question it. She didn't say how. Maybe she said how. I need to go back and read it. But I know that she had a prayer, and she was full of joy and full of excitement for the assignment that she was given. And I would hope that going forward, I can start to accept my assignments in the same way, just to be, first of all, full of joy and full of glee that I've been chosen to do such a thing. and to just see it to fruition, to see it out, instead of questioning it, instead of worrying about how it should be done, or worrying if it's done right or what will make it a successful thing. I just want to say yes, and be happy that I was even asked, and show up and do it. So that's what I'm encouraging you to do. And now that's all I have for you today. Like, subscribe, comment if you have a comment, and yeah, talk to you tomorrow.